Hello guys, this is Abhishek Vanjani. Welcome to my YouTube channel. So in this video, I am going to discuss about my journey as a competitive programmer. So I am going to talk about my achievements, how I started with competitive programming, about the failures that I faced during my competitive programming days. So I am going to talk about all this. In the previous video, I discussed about my journey to ACM ICPC. So I would like to make it very clear before the start of the video that competitive programming is not just a single day thing. It is completely different from your JEE mains or JEE advanced preparation. It is different from your preparation of the semester exams. It is a complete process. You should keep on doing competitive programming. So competitive programming is one such thing that you can never master. So every day is a new learning, is a new experience in the world of competitive programming. So for example, you solved around 100 questions based on array. So you cannot say that you will be certainly able to solve a question based on array in a contest. Every question is different from any other question. So competitive programming is a complete journey. There will be days when you will be able to solve all the problems you attempt, and there may be days when you won't be able to solve a single problem in a contest. So even after 4 years of my competitive programming journey, there are days when I am not able to solve the A problem or Codeforces. And there are days when I am even able to solve E and F problem of Codeforces contest. So no need to be demotivated because competitive programming is one such thing. The more you learn, the more you practice, the better you become. So let's begin with my journey. So my journey as a competitive programmer started in around 11th. So in 11th class, I opted for computer science and my subject teacher was a very great teacher. So I completely give all the credits of whatever competitive programming I have done till yet to her only. She taught us with the very basics of the C++ programming language, and the way she taught us was completely different than any other teacher. So in 11th, our studies usually start around April, and in around October we were able to complete the entire course. The time that was left after that was completely for studying things that are out of the course. So we learned about things like C++ graphics. So when people were actually preparing for their JEE mains and JEE advanced, we were actually studying about C++ graphics. So in the 11th class, usually people make a simple project on basis of file management that is actually compulsory for the curriculum. But what we did was, so we prepared a game of Sudoku as a 11th class project. So we made use of file management system in that, and we spent around 4 to 5 months to learn the graphics from scratch and build that project. So this is how I actually fell in love with coding. So in 12th again we were very motivated to build a new game, and my 12th class project was one of my best project, I would rather say. So it was a very old video game of Bomberman. So I know everyone would have played that game. So it took me around 6 months to complete that game, and it was a huge 3000 lines of code, which was too much for a 12th class student to write. After that, I was completely into coding and I wanted to get computer science. I wasn't worried about the college in which I get into. The only thing I wanted was to get computer science as my stream. Whenever I filled any preference list for any of the college, I only filled for related fields like computer science, information technology, software engineering, etc. So in first year, I went to my first coding competition in IIIT Delhi. At that time, I was well versed with the basics of C++. I knew about the loops, the arrays, functions, etc. But I had no idea about the competitive programming. So when I participated in the contest, I actually realized that this was something different than what I actually learned. Over there, I asked one of the coordinators to install Turbo C++. So he gave me a shocked look, and now I realize why he actually gave me that look. So I wasn't able to solve much in my first coding competition. When I came back, I got to know about this site called Hacker Earth. I heard that they are offering free t-shirts for everyone who are able to solve 100 problems on their platform. So I was determined to get this t-shirt. I wanted to get my first prize, and in order to do so, I solved around 300 problems in my first semester. I was able to see my name in the weekly leaderboards, and this is what motivated me to do competitive programming. So this was my first introduction to the competitive programming. And the t-shirt that I am wearing is my first prize from the competitive programming. So I really love this t-shirt. When I got this t-shirt, I used to wear it every alternative day to the college. At the end of my first semester, I enrolled for a course on data structures and algorithms, and I got the basics of data structures like stacks, queues, trees, arrays using STL, etc. I started solving problems. So in my first year, I tried to solve as many problems as possible on HackerEarth. At the end of first year, I was little bored with competitive programming and I thought to give it a break. So in my vacations, I actually left competitive programming and started some development stuff. So in the second year, I was actually bored with development as well, and I wanted to target the biggest competition of competitive programming, that is ACM ICPC. So in second year, I came back to my competitive programming and started solving more problems on specific data structures that are important for ACM ICPC. But in my first attempt, I wasn't able to clear the online qualifier round. So in my fourth semester, I came across this platform called CodeChef. So in my school days, I have visited CodeChef and I read one of the problems that were given on CodeChef, and I wasn't able to understand a single word that was mentioned in that problem. Therefore, I always feared about this site called CodeChef. But after solving some of the problems on HackerEarth, I was little much into competitive programming, and when I visited CodeChef, it was little more familiar than it was in my 11th 12th class. So I started solving some of the problems on CodeChef and participated in some of the short contests and long contests that were hosted on CodeChef. So in the beginning, my target was to be a part of Div 1 of CodeChef. When I became 4-star coder, my target was to become 5-star coder. So in my fourth semester, I was able to achieve 5 stars on CodeChef. Then in the summer vacations, I gave a little break to competitive programming and I decided to participate only in the contests that were hosted on CodeChef. Other than that, I focused on data structure problems that were given on Geeks for Geeks. In the summer vacation itself, I came across another amazing platform called Codeforces. So Codeforces is known for its short contests. So when I participated in my first Codeforces round, I was able to solve a single problem. Despite of the fact that I had around 1000 plus submissions on different sites, I was just able to solve a single problem on Codeforces. So my first contest basically brought me a negative rating. So later on, I got little more familiar with this platform, and in my fifth contest, I was able to become expert. So in my third year, after chasing for on-campus internships, my next target was to get into ACM ICPC. I became little more regular on Codeforces contest. I tried to participate in each and every contest that was held on Codeforces during that time. In my third year, I was finally able to get through the online qualifier round of ACM ICPC and go to Amritapuri for the regionals. Even after ICPC, I was regular with the Codeforces contest. In my fourth year, after getting placements, most of the people actually left competitive programming. But my aim was to go for ICPC regionals once again. So I was able to qualify for ICPC regionals for the second time, and the only reason for this was consistency in competitive programming. The word consistency means a lot if you are a competitive programmer. So when you are doing competitive programming, you have no option of giving up. You must try each and every day. There will be some good days and there will be some bad days, and you cannot afford to demotivate yourself. So after returning from ICPC, I actually realized that this was not something that I did for getting a job or getting an internship. This was something that I actually loved. This was something that I actually enjoyed. So now my next aim was to achieve 2 milestones that I have set in my third year. These were become a candidate master on Codeforces and achieve 6 stars on CodeChef. So now finally I am able to achieve these 2 milestones after participating in around 52 contests on Codeforces and multiple contests on CodeChef. I am able to achieve both these milestones. And I don't think I am going to leave this competitive programming in my near future. This is something that I actually enjoy. This is something that I actually love to do. And therefore, I won't be leaving competitive programming. This is something that must not be done to just get a job, but you should actually enjoy doing competitive programming. So I would like to end this video by saying that never give up on competitive programming. competitive programming is all about consistency. So keep trying each and every day and enjoy competitive programming. So that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed the content and enjoyed my journey as a competitive programmer. Hope this video is able to motivate you a little bit. Thank you for watching my video. If you really liked it, do share it with your friends and do subscribe to my channel in order to stay updated with all the tech related content. Okay, bye bye.